He was just an ordinary boy, born into a middle-class family where every rupee counted and every small decision carried weight. His house was modest, his clothes often second-hand, and his school bag showed more wear than he would admit. Yet inside him burned a quiet determination that no circumstance could extinguish. Every day he watched other children with their new gadgets, branded shoes, and family trips, and though it stung, it didn't make him bitter, it made him dream. He didn't dream of luxuries or fame. He dreamed of freedom, of creating a life where his parents wouldn't have to worry about money, where struggles wouldn't define him, and where his efforts could change everything. From the outside, life seemed ordinary and predictable, but inside his mind, possibilities stretched far beyond what anyone else could see. He saw the sacrifices of his father, who worked tirelessly for every penny, and the quiet strength of his mother, who balanced the household and the bills with an endless patience. And he made a silent promise. One day he would make them proud, no matter how long it took or how hard the journey. But the road ahead would not be easy. He would face failures, disappointments, and moments when giving up seemed simpler than moving forward. People would tell him he was dreaming too big, that someone like him had no chance, that life would always be a struggle. Yet, every night, a single question echoed in his mind: why not me? This story is for every middle-class boy who has felt the weight of limitations pressing down, for every dreamer who wonders if their hard work will ever pay off. It is a story of struggle and perseverance, of quiet courage, and of a determination so strong that even the toughest obstacles cannot stop it. It is a story that proves that even when life seems unfair, your will can pave the way to greatness. As he grew older, life continued to challenge him at every turn. School was never easy, not because he lacked intelligence, but because resources were always scarce. He had to make do with old textbooks, sometimes sharing them with classmates, and he often skipped school trips or extra activities simply because his family couldn't afford them. Watching other children laugh with their friends on expensive outings or play with the latest gadgets made him feel small, but he never let that feeling stop him. Instead, it became fuel for his determination. At home, he learned lessons that no classroom could teach. He saw his father waking up before dawn, working long hours to provide the basics, and his mother juggling bills, groceries, and household chores, always with a quiet resilience that left a lasting mark on him. Slowly, he began to understand the value of sacrifice and hard work, realizing that nothing worth achieving comes without effort. He started dreaming, not just about being successful, but about breaking the cycle of struggle in his family, about giving them comfort and pride they had never known. He studied late into the nights, sometimes under dim light, sometimes borrowing books and notes from friends, absorbing knowledge wherever he could find it. Failures came off in tests he didn't pass, opportunities he missed, moments when his efforts seemed wasted, but each setback only strengthened his resolve. There were days when he questioned himself, when the world seemed to whisper that someone like him would never make it, when the temptation to give up felt overwhelming. Yet he kept reminding himself of his promise, that he would rise not just for himself, but for those who believed in him. Silently, for those who had sacrificed for him without complaint. He learned to work smarter, to plan carefully, and to focus on small, consistent steps, knowing that even tiny progress would eventually add up to something remarkable. He practiced patience, endured discomfort, and faced ridicule from peers who didn't understand his vision. Yet he never let doubt take root. Slowly but surely, he began to see the results of his determination. Small victories, a good exam result, recognition from a teacher. The first time he could help with family expenses gave him hope and renewed his belief that his dreams were possible. Through struggle, failure, and relentless effort, he discovered that true success was not about sudden wealth or fame. It was about persistence, courage, and the unwavering refusal to let circumstances define his future. Each day became a lesson, each challenge an opportunity.
After years of struggle, sacrifice, and relentless effort, the boy who once felt powerless began to see the results of his persistence. Every failure, every late night, and every small disappointment had shaped him into someone stronger, wiser, and more determined than he had ever imagined. He had learned that success was never instant, that dreams required patience, discipline, and the courage to continue even when the world seemed to doubt him. The small victories he achieved along the way, the first time he could ease his parents' worries, the first recognition of his hard work, the first glimpse of opportunities opening up before him were proof that perseverance always pays off. He realized that being from a middle-class family was not a limitation, but a foundation, a training ground that taught him resilience, humility, and the value of hard work. His journey showed him that anyone can rise above their circumstances if they refuse to give up, if they keep believing in themselves, and if they turn obstacles into lessons rather than excuses. Today, he stands not only as someone who achieved his dreams, but as someone who carries the strength of every struggle he endured, every lesson he learned, and every sacrifice he made. And the most important lesson of all is that no matter where you start, or how difficult your life may seem, your determination, courage, and belief in yourself can transform your reality. If he could rise from a small struggling household to a life full of purpose and promise, then so can anyone willing to keep pushing forward, to keep dreaming, and to never settle for less than the life they deserve. Your story, your journey, and your dreams are waiting. Are you ready to chase them?